Welcome to Kenventional Kitchen. I'm Kenny Hoshino, and today on the program we are going to be making a flourless chocolate torte. Chocolate torte is one of my favorite desserts, for it is not only delicious, but relatively simple to prepare. This is one recipe that I promise won't get too tortuous. The first step when you're making a chocolate torte is you want to melt together your butter and your chocolate. And to do that, we're going to put them in a double boiler. And essentially what a double boiler is a pot that's filled shallowly with water and a heat-proof bowl on top. What this does is creates a buffer between your ingredients and the flame that prevents your chocolate from burning and creating a bitter taste in the torte. So while we're waiting for the chocolate and butter to melt, let's get working on the eggs. Now what we're going to do is separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. What you want to do is crack your eggs. I like to do it on a flat surface. And it's alright if you get a little bit of the white in with the yolk, but try to avoid getting the yolks in with the egg whites. Alright, so the next step is you want to take a third of a cup of sugar and add it to your egg whites. And what you're doing now is you're going to whisk it until you essentially have what's called a meringue. Essentially what you're doing right now is incorporating air into the mixture. And since this cake doesn't have any baking soda or baking powder, it acts as the leavening agent that makes the cake rise when you bake it in the oven. What you're looking for here is a medium stiffness of your mixture so that when you pull the whisk out, it retains these kind of soft peaks. And now we're going to add another third a cup of sugar to the egg yolks. You want to whisk the egg yolks until they're pale and fluffy, and you'll know they're ready when you pull some of the egg yolks up and they fall back down and kind of look like ribbons. Back over here on the stove, it looks like the butter and chocolate's coming together pretty well. So we're going to turn it off and let it kind of coast till its final point. We're going to stir it together and make sure that it's well combined before we add it to our eggs. Now that the chocolate's melted, you want to slowly add it to your egg yolks. And you want to slowly pour it in while you're stirring to create a smooth mixture. And then finally, in 2 batches, you want to fold your egg whites into the chocolate yolk mixture. Folding is just a gentle way of mixing the egg whites so that you don't lose all of the air bubbles that you created from whisking. Once you're finished, the batter should be completely mixed and have a spring-like consistency. So we're going to cook the torte in a water bath, which is essentially a pan of water with a springform pan in it. And what this does is prevents the torte from drying out by adding moisture to the oven. And so since we're putting it in the pan with water, I like to wrap the springform pan with tinfoil to prevent any liquid from seeping in on the crack on the bottom. This is a buttered pan, and I'm going to add my mixture. And now we'll add it to the pan and pour in our water. Set your oven for 325 degrees. Put your torte in. And you're going to want to bake it for about 45 minutes or until a toothpick comes out of the center clean. And now we wait. Or do we? So the torte should be ready now. Bon appetit. And so after about 30 minutes, it's ready to come out of its springform pan. And there you have it, chocolate torte. Join us next time on Kenventional Kitchen.